everyone, it's Lynne from Fibre Arts Bootcamp, and I'm here today to show you my latest discovery, my latest passion, Salish weaving. To begin with, I'll talk to you about the loom and the methods later, but I just want to show you how to prepare the yarns, the fabrics. I'm going to make rag rugs, as you can see here. This is a small table mat and a couple of rugs there to give you an idea. Now the thing about these rag rugs is they're very cheap to make. You can get sheets from the Salvation Army store, you can help support them, and you can colour them. This is an old sheet and I'll be showing you how to strip that the most easily. And this is an old t-shirt, as you can see. Now I've chosen with this particular project to use t-shirt fabric as the warp. The warp is the beginning strand which goes onto your loom and then you weave your other yarns in and out. So to start with, I'm going to show you how to cut a t-shirt for a warp. Now you can do it two ways. You can look at the materials that you've got, i.e. your t-shirt, and decide the length of your rug and cut the strips accordingly. I'm very lucky with this one. This t-shirt is exactly the width of the length that I'm going to be weaving. I'm going to be weaving between that dowel, and I want a little bit of stretch to be taken up. So this t-shirt width is perfect for that. And I'm going to show you a very easy way to warp your loom. Cut off the hem because that's a thick piece and will get in the way. Good quality t-shirts don't have side seams. They're woven like a sock in a circle. And we're not going to use that bit there, the top bit, so you can get rid of that. Throw that away. And I'm actually going to warp my loom with circles.
So how wide are you cutting those?
I don't know.
So you're not even measuring them, about
No.
an inch and a half.
Right, okay, an inch and a half, yes. And you can do it thinner, you can do it thicker, but I want this, when this is scrunched up, it will give quite a nice bulk and around which to weave, which will make the rug chunky without having to use too much of the precious yarns like that.
Because we know when you stretch a jersey fabric, it'll curl on itself.
It does.
So it makes just a thick, narrow yarn.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense really, does it? A thick, narrow yarn?
But I know what you mean.
You know, good.
Right, there's not going to be enough here in one t-shirt. You probably need two t-shirts. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 2 t-shirts would... I've got another 2 or 3 in that. But I do have one here I prepared earlier. And anyone in England will know why we all smirk when we hear that expression, because Blue Peter used to say it. And here's one I prepared earlier. So I've got strips here. That's the seam, the hem.
I didn't think you wanted the hem.
I didn't, but I obviously kept that one in because this is a nice quality t-shirt. It's probably a Hanes, and that's a nice hem. So I left it in. Maybe I'm going to use it. We'll see, won't we? How many have I got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have to do a dark one at either side. Perhaps we'll do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18. That's
now
it.
this is a bit of a cheating method because ordinarily you would make a yarn by splicing strips, straight strips, but I thought this is perfect for what we're going to do.
Here is the loom, and I've had David design it with 2 dowlings. That means I can make them any size, any length on this loom that I want to. So I'm just going to move the dowlings along a little bit and slip that on. Whoops, slight design problem.
The grey t-shirt that I prepared earlier is too big, but I'm going to do it to show you. Have a look at another configuration here that will allow it. Yes. There we are. And I was going to start with a dark one, wasn't I? Yes, thank you, Tiva. Tiva, by the way, is the llama over there who's chatting to us. I've gone crazy.
It's moaning because the sun has come out.
Suddenly got hot.
So when I was making the loom, you asked me to put lots of holes down the side of the loom so that you could make virtually any length rug or mat
That's right.
that you wanted.
Yes. Not only that, this system enables me to have a work in progress, take it off, work on another project. All I do is take out the piece, with the dowels, move them out that way, move them out this way. I should show you how to do that. Anyway, there's my loom warped.
That took about 1 minute 30 seconds.
I'm glad you're precise because I'm not.
I'm just thinking of how long it usually takes to warp a loom.
Yes, I understand it does take a long time. I've never done it. Well, this is a loom and I have warped it. Right, so there we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 warp pieces, but they're double. So we've actually got 18. And the next process, when you start weaving on that, and I will show you how, be sure that you go you alternate them, so you use the top one and the bottom, top, bottom, etc. It's only on the first row that you have to worry about that, because when you've put in one row of weft, these will all be laying side by side, but you do want them to twist over the top in the same direction all the way. So that's the warp. Now you don't have to use t-shirt fabric for the warp. I just choose to do it because I don't particularly want to use t-shirts anywhere else. It is a nice thick fabric. It does stretch, so using t-shirt as or any knitted fabric as a warp, make sure that it's taut when it goes on. This one is better than this, actually. Make sure that it is taut. If you're using sheeting, then give yourself a little bit of allowance so that you can get your hands in and out of the work easily.
But it's fairly forgiving then, the amount of stretch, amount of play that you've got in the warp. So when you're actually weaving onto it, it's not a precise.
No, nothing about this
form
is
of
precise.
art.
It's a native method of weaving. The Salish, I didn't explain, are one of the local native peoples to here, and of course they didn't have modern looms. They had quite primitive materials, basic materials, and that's what I like about it. It's simple. No moving parts to go wrong. No. It's not static, it's not sitting in a room taking up a lot of space, and it hasn't cost me a lot of money.
So theirs would have been a simple pole frame lashed together.
Yes.
And,
yes. Actually, there's very little written about it. I only encountered it when researching the Indian head spinning wheel. I encountered Salish weaving, and when I had time I went back to it because it intrigued me. Okay, right, well, I'd like to show you now how to cut the sheeting to make strips.